Oh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to FJRD Live. I'm Luscious Balzac. With me is Scroggles, leader of CDU. Welcome,
hello.
Scroggles.
Oh,
So,
oh,
Scroggles, you're playing on FJRD Blackout, correct?
that is correct. I am on blackout this season.
Awesome. Uh, what what's your biggest like what I shouldn't say biggest, but more what what if you don't mind me asking, what prompted you to play for Blackout instead of a CDU team?
Uh, that information is redacted.
Alrighty,
No,
no
no,
worries.
I jest. Well, see, the thing is, I realized that we needed some more experience on the team. I needed some more experience on the team to be able to teach them the things that they need to know. And so I'm here to get it.
There you go. Um, let's see. Looking at the teams right now. Oh, shoot, that's right. I forgot to announce what match this is. Uh, Today, right now, we have the Black Forge versus Team Optic in a Division G match. Welcome, everybody. For those of you just joining us, I'm Luscious Balzac from FJRD, and with me, co-casting, is Scroggles. Looks
Hello.
like hello. Looks like Team Optic is getting loaded up. Just gonna let the Black Forge know, hey, you know what? We are on a little bit of a time crunch. You got 5 minutes. But yeah. So Scroggles, what's your favorite mech?
My favorite mech?
Yeah,
Um, you'll always catch me in a Mad Cat.
always in a Mad Cat. Okay, what kind of build?
Um, I don't know. I like the mid-range Gauss, large pulse, that kind of thing.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the Death Strike is my jam.
Heck yeah. Love to hear it. Me personally, I enjoy the spider, and I gotta say, Mad Cats scare the ever living bleep out of me.
And the feeling is mutual.
Good, you should be scared of spiders. Um, so this is Division G. It's been a long time since I've personally played in Division G. But I was privy to watching a Division G match yesterday. Um, saw a bunch of brawling, which I love brawling. It's such a great strategy to employ. Um, Easy to do. Uh, Anyways, what do you think we'll be seeing a lot of today?
Well, the Black Forge is a bit of a mystery. They're kind of new to the scene there, I think. But they seem to be very coordinated, whatever it is they're doing. So it'll be interesting to find out what that is. Um, Team Optic has been together a long time, and they've gotten tighter as a group. So we might see a lot of brawling, I think, but also we might see a little bit of receive setup because I
Ooh,
think both of these teams can handle some of that, something like that.
ooh, okay. A little bit of receive. I would actually be really interested in seeing receive.
I think there's the great map for it is Ceres.
Series is a great map to do receive on. If anybody was watching earlier today, there were some great receives on series in the Rangers versus TSLL match. But yeah, what kind of mechs do you expect to see here on Drop 1 before everybody loads in?
Well, being light drop, we're probably looking at, maybe fire starters, Phoenix Hawks, that kind of thing. But given that this season they've upped the tonnage limit from previous seasons, you see a bit more heavies. And if you're adventurous enough, even an assault or two.
Okay. Salts are interesting choices, especially on such a light drop. Anyways, starting off the match, Team 2 side, we have 2 Phoenix Hawk 7S's, a Javelin 10N, a Charger 1A1, there's your assault, a Javelin 11F, and a Blackjack Arrow. What do you see over there on Team 1 side, Scrogs?
We've got, what is that? Yeah, Atlas 7S, 3 Javelins, Blackjack, and a Spider. What is that? 2 Phoenix Hawks, a Charger 1A1, a Blackjack Arrow, and a Javelin. 2 Javelins. One is a 10N. What is on that?
I'm wondering the same thing. 4 SRM4, okay. Anyways, Team Optic sending everybody towards Theta. They're grouped up in the center, while Black Forge is grouped up around Gamma.
Looks like nobody wants to let anybody know where they are, so they're not taking a cap.
Yep. Looks like Black Forge trying to get sight through the little the hill pass. Meanwhile, Team Optic knows, hey, we haven't seen them yet. They must be hiding out near Gamma. Let's push up onto the hill. Let's get some scouting information. See if we can figure out where they're at. Looks like they're still a little confused as to where the Black Forge is set up. Never mind, we got some shots coming out from Tux. He's spotted the enemy team.
Oh, they took the tunnel. The Delta 3 tunnel.
That they did. Now, this can either be really good or really bad for them. 1, it gives them a nice little choke point that they can hold. 2, it's a choke point. Looks like Black Forge pushing out of their little tunnel, starting to fight an uphill battle.
Yeah, Team Optic needs to get up on these hills and fire down in, because those mechs are coming.
They are coming. I just love seeing all the machine gun fire being brought out by the Javelin 11Fs from the Black Forge. Papa Spud in his Blackjack Arrow has been legged and now goes down.
Goes down. Yeah, that's some great focus fire there from the Javelins.
Looks like the next called target is Optic Seagull in his Charger 1A1, and he goes down lickety split.
There's a lot of focus on this Atlas. Let's see what he's... Vex, he's got 1 right leg only, and it's already orange.
Oof.
For Vector on the Black Minister. And he finally goes down. Let's see who they target next.
Looks like Grunting goes down.
The Javelin
really
goes
quick.
down.
Black Forge Light Pack singling out Sir Haven and his Phoenix Hawk. It is now a 5v2 in the Black Forge's favor. Looks like Tux is about to go down. Ooh, but not before send Frenchie. The Frenchie. There we go.
Very fast at the end there.
That was. 3 mechs went down just in a matter of seconds. Anyways, all the Black Forge needs to do now is just cap a single point, and it should end. Really interesting tactics from both teams. Blackforge deciding to hide near Gamma, taking the tunnel, pushing up through the hill. Meanwhile, Team Optic pathed through Theta. Oh, whoops. Sorry, give me just a moment. They pathed through Theta and kept to cover, trying to scout out where the Blackforge was.
Here, let's look at some of those damage numbers there. Yeah, those javelins, 375, 391 on Optic. What do we have for the javelins here? Much more even spread, 185, 215. So you could tell that they were all working together.
Oh yeah. In those brawl situations, it's not the damage numbers that matter. It's not about getting super high damage. It's about getting those low damage numbers per kill.
That's right. That's something I often say, because in quick play, you're rewarded for high damage because it's weighted so heavily towards that. But in competitive, you want to see more high kills for low damage, which means you are shooting only the required component at the right time with a number of people.
Yep. That makes me wonder. Do you think PGI will ever rework the match score system for quick play?
Well, they continue to add resources to the game and continue its lifespan, so I can't say for sure. But that it's neither something that I expect or don't expect. I'm just having fun playing the game.
There we go. That's a great way to look at it. It's just a fun game. Big stompy robots lumbering around shooting each other. Alrighty, we're going into Emerald Vale as the second drop. I've seen teams bring dervishes, seen teams bring crusaders, chargers. I've seen just about everything on Emerald Vale. So I'm interested to see what these two teams will bring. Will either of them be Chad enough to bring out the Jaeger mech?
The Jaeger mech. You know what? With the two caps on each ridge, a lot of teams so far I've seen have tried a bit of cap strat. I wonder if we'll see some of that today right now.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Man, the other day there was the Clutch versus Fjord match, and I bring this up because we got to see a weapon system that you don't generally get to see a whole lot of in comp, and that is the Flamer. Do you think that either of these two teams will have the cojones to bring Flamers, or do you think they're just going to go straight damage?
Oh. That's an interesting question, because I don't really know. I don't really know how unhinged either of these teams are to be bringing Flamers.
Right? It's such an awkward choice. However, it did work for Clutch against Fjord.
Yeah, with X-Pulse being so prevalent, it's an easy counter, right?
Oh, yeah. So you bring up X-Pulses. What are your thoughts on that weapon system?
I really enjoy it. It's carved out a bit of a different niche than medium pulses or large pulses. Um, as far as small pulses go, I'm not really sold on them right now. I've seen some good things, but for the most part, uh, if you have like a small X pulse light, you don't really have that punching power. You want that final hit to take that component off, right?
Yep.
And although you can get more damage up front, um, you got to make sure that you're holding it on target, which means that you can't be twisting and jumping out of the way.
Yep. All right. What do you see out there on the teams, Scroggles?
Okay, so for the Black Forge, we have two Warhammer 6Rs, three Dervish 8Ds. Oh, excuse me, three Warhammer 6Rs, three Dervish 8Ds. That is SRMs on the Dervishes. And what do we have on the Warhammers? Light Goss ER Peeps.
Nice. So they're bringing a mixture of range and brawl.
Yeah, what have we got here with Optic?
Over here on Team Optic, we've got uh, an Orion VA, sorry, two Orion VAs, an Orion M, two Hunchback 4 SPs, and a Crusader, or sorry, not a Crusader, Centurion D. I'm curious, what's on this Orion M? LBX-10 SRMs. So it looks like Team Optic has opted to go for more of a brawl strat.
Kappa is under enemy control.
Hmm. I don't think either team has. Well, I guess they've spotted each other now, but up to now, I didn't see much in the way of scouting.
No. No,
They just kind of ran up the hill that they were going up, no matter what.
just kind of looked across the way, noticed the other team was on the opposite side, and is now setting up accordingly. Team Optic pushing in towards the Black Forge. Black Forge sitting up high with those Goss ERP Warhammers, so they're about to get some pretty free shots here, I would imagine.
Oh, Optic coming in. Can they reach the ridge in time?
Black Forge not getting as many shots off as they would like from the approaching Team Optic, setting up instead to cover the ramp.
This could be a problem for the Black Forge if those Orions push up. But if they fall back, then it's over for Optic.
Oh yeah. However, they do have those SRM dervishes to screen for them, which is good. Here come those Orions and those Hunchbacks pushing up the hillside.
The Dervishes are just waiting to deploy. A little bit of Pop-Tart action going on.
Listen to that Centurion just bap, 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 bap.
Two lines smashing into each other. You love to see it.
Love to see it. Begone in his Warhammer's gone down. Tux
is down.
Yeah. Shady James goes down.
Wow. Oh man, they're going down quick. Optic's got to keep going, keep pushing. If they do that, they can win.
Yep. All that's left of the Black Forge is, well, now nothing, but wow. Both teams trading blow for blow, but ultimately, Team Optic coming out with the win, brawl against range.
I think that speaks to the experience of Team Optic playing together for so long, because that was a excuse me, that was a rather coordinated push up that ramp, and that's a scary thing to do when you are the lead mech and you're like, you're gonna die, but you have to just tank as much as you can and push forward to turn the backs of everybody else so that the next people behind you have juicy back shots.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they were trying to do here, and it paid off for them.
Agreed. How are those damage numbers looking?
Let's see here. Panzazo in the Orion 516. Hunchback 4SP Runting with 486 and 2 kills. Papa Spud 392 with 3 kills. What do we have here for the Black Forge? 348 for Vectoron. 325. So the dervishes did quite a amount of work there. The thing is, the Warhammers 225, 202, 160 there. They just didn't have the DPS to keep up with that.
Yep. They might have the focus fire, the pinpoint, but the DPS just could not compete with the brawl push. Alrighty. We'll work on getting those sides swapped for the teams now.
So I've got a question for you. How does it feel not to play comp?
Honestly, mixed feelings. One, I feel sad that I'm missing out on playing all of these juicy matches. But it also feels good that I don't have to stress out with making scrims, making sure that I keep up on practicing mechs. I can kind of just play the game when I want at my own leisure right now, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real life has to come first.
Exactly. It also feels nice, casting all of these teams that otherwise likely wouldn't be casted.
I think,
just helping out with the comp community scene in any way that I can, really.
I think we may need to move Tux over.
Ooh. Just gonna double check with the teams, make sure that everything looks good. Looks like Optic Seagull having a little bit of trouble getting a lobby invite out. I don't know, I'm not really a stickler for the time. This is, I believe, the last match of the weekend. It's also a Sunday. It's a pretty lazy day today. Like, I don't care about time. I'll leave it up to the Black Forge if they want to log a ticket. Oh, hey, our opponents took more than 5 minutes.
It's not up to us anyhow.
Yeah.
We're just kind of here running the lobby.
Exactly. Looks like Team 1 has their 6 players now. Have they had their 6 players, or are they trying to swap somebody out? I don't know. I haven't been paying full attention to the team sizes.
It's like Black Forge is ready to go.
Black Forge.
We're all green. Let's see who locks.
Alrighty. Team 1 is ready to go. Heard. Alright. Let's get into the second Emerald Veil drop. Right here, right now. I wonder if the Black Forge is going to take a different strategy now, seeing that the long range mixed with the the short range didn't really work in their favor against Brawl. I wonder if that's going to cause them to shift their playstyle, or if they're going to try to do the same thing but with different mechs.
Oh, I think they might be a little bit miffed after that last one. So I expect to see them in full brawl mode right now. That's my prediction.
I know that if that happened to me in a match, you can bet your behind that I would be bringing full brawl right now. This is fun. There we go. Look at that. Blackforge coming in full brawl. Actually, not even full brawl. Like that looks like another mixture. They got 3 Crusader 6Ts and 3 Rifleman 8Ds. I'm curious, what is on these Riflemen? AC5s, light peeps.
And snubs on the Crusaders.
Over on Team 1 side, we got a Hatchet Man, Tin Man, 2 Spider 5Ks, Marauder 4A, a Highlander 733C, and a Charger 1A1. Looks like Team 1, Team Optic, is sending both their Spiders out towards Theta. Meanwhile, the Blackforge pushes towards the Kappa Hill.
What we got on this Marauder 4A here? 3 large X-Pulse, 5 medium X-Pulse. That,
Oof.
I can tell you, is a dangerous build, not just to them, but also to you. It's very hot.
Oh, yeah. Blackforge pushing straight up the Kappa Hill. They look like they're on a mission. Hatchet Man, Tin Man dropping off the edge.
Optic has totally given them the runaround. They're going to let them run up and take Kappa. And hopefully Optic will set themselves up here to receive in a good position.
Kappa is under enemy control.
Looks like Blackforge is going to drop down. Having spotted the Charger 1A1, those mechs are letting off their PPCs, trying to chip away a little bit of armor before the real engagement. Team Optic retreating as the Blackforge advances.
Yeah, Optic with a Team Optic with such mid-range weaponry as they have, they really need to find a place where they can set up and get some shots on these guys, because those Crusaders will start tearing them up if they get in close.
Yep. Looks like Blackforge deciding, you know what? They're going to give us Theta. Let's take Theta. Get that 2 cap on them and force Team Optic to do something.
Interesting choice by Optic here. Team Optic is sending 2 lights to do cap Epsilon, and the Hatchet Man to cap Kappa. Oh, they're following the Hatchet Man now up to Kappa. So let's see if the Blackforge can catch up, because if they do right now, then they're going to get some big picks. Oh no,
yeah.
the team's splitting even further.
They have a huge number advantage right now in terms of the ability to fight as a team. Team Optic's really spread out. Meanwhile, Blackforge is grouped up nice and tight.
They're getting some good shots in at the group as they close. Optic and that Marauder's got to be backing way up. They should have went on that hill a long time ago.
Yep. Optic Seagull in his Marauder just getting absolutely pummeled by the advancing Crusaders.
Here comes everybody. They're gonna opt for some back shots.
Ooh, looks like Vectron powered down. He was overheating.
Oh, the charger goes down. PPC rifleman. No, excuse me. Rack 5 rifleman.
Oof. And just like that, the Black Forge making really a statement here.
Oh, that is a PPC rifleman. Double AC5, triple A PPC
Yep.
for Shady James. So they're bringing, that's very interesting. They're bringing 3 and 3, but within those 3, they've got different roles.
Very interesting. I was just assuming that they were all the same build.
Now we've got Tux, who's the lone Sky Rangers player left alive. Let's see if he can draw this out to a 3-cap game.
I doubt he's going to be able to flip Theta in time. Especially with the Crusaders still having both legs.
Oh yeah, Wieldy's not looking good in the center torso though.
Spider 5K getting some shots out on Ida. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name.
I think he's just gonna fight to the death here.
Oh, and my game crashed.
Oh dear.
Yep.
And down goes.
So sorry, everybody. Give me just a moment to get this all set back up.
And we're just gonna see them tap it out. Standard stuff at the end of the match. They'll make it no problem.
If you wouldn't mind, could you grab the API for me and send it to me at the end of the match? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Of course, that is something that we do want to remind teams that the winning team is required to provide all 5 API numbers. Because if you don't provide that proof, then they can't give you that point.
Yep. Interesting that the game decided to crash at that moment instead of at the beginning of the match.
I'll send that to you right now.
Awesome. And once you get back into the lobby view, if you wouldn't mind checking to see who is lobby lead, and whoever they are, have them send me an invite back to the lobby, please.
Okay. So here we go. I'll send you the damage spread numbers as well. All right. So we're looking at Wieldy, the Crusader 6T, 443. Wow, Begongon and the Rifleman, 649. Where did that go? My game just left.
Who is
Yeah,
lobby
I will get
lead?
them to send them. It still says you are. I think the lobby is burned.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The lobby is awesome. Cool. Close.
Should we just reform a new lobby?
Yeah, I'll create another lobby. Full teams, no. So sorry, folks, for the technical difficulties. That's a little frustrating.
All right, I haven't. Yeah. I've let them know that they're gonna leave, and you'll send them the reinvite.
Yep.
I feel like I need one of those dancing frogs with a cane and a top hat for one of these moments.
Alrighty, let's see. Optic Seagull, that's Team Optic. They should be what? Team 2 side, Team 1 side? I forget. They should be Team 1 side. And let me send you an invite here, Scrogs.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. That's just the nature of MechWarrior Online. It happens.
Yep.
It's okay.
I think everything's correct.
First person only. Good, good. We're not gonna get locked into a third person only match.
Nice.
Oh man, that's come up in a couple of scrims lately. Nice little trolls people put in. All right. Well, if we are gonna see a nice receive, we are gonna see it here on Ceres.
Looks like Blackforge is green across the board. Just waiting on Team Optic to finish readying up.
And maybe they're both playing games with each other. We're ready. Well, it's okay. We can take longer.
Exactly. It's all about the mind games.
That's a good point because something I realized very recently is that moving the mech and clicking and firing and all of that stuff is actually a very small part of playing the game. Most of it is thinking and resource management, like heat management, for example, ammo count, um, and positioning. Positioning is everything. And I feel like outside of the comp community, not a lot of people realize this. which is why we get these crazy Rotato games all the time. But I think with so many people coming into comp now, it's good to see that people are starting to develop tactics and understanding and map awareness and those very crucial skills that go into winning a match.
Yep, agreed. I love getting into a quick play match where I see more than half the lobby is competitive team players. And you just, although you won't hear it in comms for what to do, everybody understands, hey, you know what? Let's just not rotato potato. Let's actually try to do something. Maybe you'll get one call that's like, hey, let's set up to cover this grid square. And that's it. That's all you need.
Somebody's still connecting, I guess.
Somebody's still taking a while to connect. Thankfully, it's not me. And thankfully, I haven't crashed again yet.
Oh, they're coming in now. It seems they have appeased the machine spirits by using the appropriate unguents and salves.
Alrighty. Team Optic side, we have 2 Grasshopper 5Js, a Catapult A1, Javelin 11F, a Highlander 733C, and a Marauder 4A. Over on Team 2 side, the Black Forge, we have a Blackjack Arrow, Charger 1A5, Bushwhacker S2, 2 Hatamoto Cheese, 27Ws. I think that's the Hatamoto Coup. Anyways, and another Charger 1A5.
Rack 2s and small X-Pulse on those Hatos.
Oh. Team Optic sending their Javelin out ahead to cap Theta. Wonder if he's going to do a little bit of scouting here. If he's going to try to jump jet, try to see where the Black Forge is. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just going to try to regroup with the rest of his team. Or at least get eyes down in the alleyway. Never mind. Ooh, if the Javelin just looked right, he would have seen the entirety of the Black Forge. Except he was too busy just I don't know why I'm spacing on the term. Beelining it for Kappa. Sheesh.
Oh, they finally spotted each other now. This is, man, that if Team Optic had that scouting just a little bit earlier, they could have moved into a position to deny Theta here.
Yep.
I mean, they're ignoring Theta now, the Black Forge are, but they're getting ready for a push, it seems. Not quite sure with those mid-range weapons. That's a lot of DPS, though. But Team Optic is lined up here, and they are waiting eagerly.
Team Optic taking the high ground. Meanwhile, the Black Forge pushing through the low ground, trying to get onto the side of the firing line of Team Optic.
Oh. Optic's going to back up right now. And their brawlers got to get in there.
Here we go. Here comes the real engagement. The brawl fight between the two teams. Vectron going down quick.
Vectron is halved. Open CT. Kriegslayer goes down.
Next focus fire target is the Marauder 4A.
Vectron finally goes down. Let's see here. Wieldy is the next logical target, the Charger. He's going down pretty quick. He's been halved. He's open CT.
Fronting in his Javelin, just getting free backshots on the Black Forge. Let's see if that's going to make any difference. Meanwhile, it is a 4v3 in the Black Forge's favor. Black Forge focusing down Trans Girl.
Oh, but Itadakima's he's on his own here. Oh, and Panzazo sees it too. Panzazo needs to protect himself.
Trans Girl getting a lot of free back shots against the Hatamoto. Fronting finally goes down. It is now a 4v2 in the Black Forge's favor. However, Team Optic does have the high ground.
That annoying light machine gun, large X-Pulse DPS from that arrow is keeping them suppressed.
Just such a nasty combo. Ooh. Catapult getting a nice shot off on Begongon.
There are a lot of UAVs up, so they do see this coming. Good job for Sky Rangers doing that.
Yep, they do see the rotation. Looks like a hot Tran girl in your area is about to go down.
Oh,
They
yeah.
go down.
Hard out.
Now it's just a 2v1 in Black Forge's favor. Hatamoto and a Bushwhacker against a Catapult. Now the question is, can they destroy the Catapult before those SRMs take them out?
Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, they could. But that was very close at the end there. Both mechs not looking very good. That Bushwhacker is orange open everywhere, and that Hato is... That's got really orange in the CT, but it's got a little bit of armor on the front. A point or two.
He was getting backshot a lot.
Yeah, I think that was the one the Javelin was going in on.
Yeah.
This has been exciting so far.
That it has. Black Forge making sure to just spread out, cap the caps that they need. Let's see, is it enough to force the game to end, or do they need another cap point? Oh, Bushwhacker stepping off the cap point just a little too soon. Looks like they're going to need a third cap point to make this game end immediately.
Surprisingly, mercifully, the Bushwhacker was not legged.
Surprising, yes. You know, that's actually a really Chad choice, bringing AMS on the Bushwhacker.
Well, we've seen a couple of Lerm strats so far, I think, this season.
I know I've seen one. And that's a win for the Black Forge. With that, they have technically already won the set. However, wow, 1,300 damage from Pinsazo in his catapult. I just noticed that.
Oh wow, 1350, 714 match score, 3
Yeah.
kills.
Yeah.
And Zazo went off. Let's not forget Hot Trans Girl in your area, the Grasshopper 5J dumping fire in with 703.
Yep.
Um,
But looking at the damage from the Black Forge, like, yeah, their damage numbers aren't as high or as impressive, but they got all the kills.
that's right. Kill secured is the key in competitive. You can definitely see the Black Forge are used to playing together because their pushes are fairly coordinated.
Yep.
And the fact that they have these builds, they're taking 3 and 3, but they're not just taking them haphazardly. They're playing them well, and like we said, they break down different roles, and they execute on those roles, and that's what we're seeing here as the result.
Yep. Let's see. We've swapped sides. Now we just gotta wait for the teams to ready up. Looks like Team Optic opting to swap out some players. Meanwhile, Black Forge is setting up their drop zone deployments. Yeah, like I said, technically Black Forge has won the match. However, this last game could be useful in determining tiebreaker placements at the end of the tournament.
And let's not forget, we're playing for MC here.
That's true. Go for those drop wins, baby.
All right, the last match here. What do you think we're gonna see?
Oh, you want to know what I think we're going to see? I think we're going to see the biggest, baddest brawl we've seen today.
I don't think Optic is done yet. I think they've still got some in the tank.
Actually, you know what? No. I think we're going to see a bunch of Atli.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Three v3 Atlases. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Looks like the Black Forge locking in at 420 tons. Meanwhile, Team Optics sitting pretty at 425.
What do you think? Three Atlases, 2 Firestarters, and Flea.
Hmm. Well, 3 Atlases is 300 tons. Fire starters are what, 35 tons?
Yeah, 35 tons.
So yeah, no, that still wouldn't be enough tonnage to set up to, 420. Because that's 70, 90 with the flea. That'd be 390 tons.
What is the minimum for drop 5?
Honestly, I have no idea. I leave that to the players to figure out. I'm just here to cast and spectate. Ooh, here's a question, Scruggles. If there were a map you could change, which map would you change, how would you change it and why?
Oh, what would I change? How would I change and why? Do you really like? Should I just start a YouTube series?
Oh, yes, please.
No, you know what? Let's see. I think Solaris needs an update.
Okay.
Those tall building blocks are neat and all, but it's hard to get around, man.
Yep.
A lot of players don't like that one because it's hard to get around.
Alrighty. Teams have dropped. Looking at the Black Forge Team 1 side, we have 3 Orion Ks, a Blackjack Arrow, and 2 Marauder 3Rs. Meanwhile, on Team 2 side, we have a Spider 5K, 2 Battlemaster 3Ms, and 3 Thanatoses, 2 of which are 4S and 1 is a 5S.
Those Battle Masters, 3 large X Pulse, 3 small X Pulse.
Oof.
Thanatos, 4 large X Pulse. Right, so this is looking very, very mid-range.
I'm seeing rack 5s and a light PPC on one of the Thanatoses.
Yeah, that's in case they have a Pirate's Vein.
Pop Spud in his Spider 5K, running out, grabbing Theta ahead of the pack. Both teams staying really, really tight.
I like how he put the UAV up when he had to take a moment to cap the point, because you don't want anybody jumping you because they're waiting for you.
Yeah.
You know they'll be waiting for you at one point.
Looks like Black Forge is pushing out towards Epsilon. How many mechs are they going to set on it?
We have gained Epsilon.
Okay, 3 mechs.
These
Increase the cap
Orions are
timer.
very interesting. AC-20, 2 SRM-6 with Artemis, and 4 light PPCs.
Oof. Talk about toast.
Yeah, they're making good use of that HSL +1.
Yep. These Marauder 3Rs are light PPC, light Gauss. So they've got range. At least more range than Team Optic has.
Well, both teams seem to know where each other are at. Looks like Black Forge is piling up now for the push.
Black Forge staying really tightly grouped. Meanwhile, Team Optic spreading out wide, getting into position to provide fire from any angle that Black Forge decides to push from.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Papa Spud taking a nasty little hit.
Okay, the push has been spotted, and they're both sides are getting fire out.
Both teams just shooting approximately, what is that? Roughly 1,000 meters away from each other, just firing into each other.
The Black Forge with the Marauder in the lead. PPC, light PPC, 2 light Gauss. Interesting build. They look like they're going to sneak real close to them and then jump them over the top. Optic really needs that Spider to be scouting that advance right now and letting his team know that they need to be pulling back to hills that are further away.
Yep.
And create that distance so they can give those X pulses time to work.
Sir Haven just getting PPFLD'd. Down to 57% already. Meanwhile, Black Forge makes their advance.
Yeah, Vectoron is tanking hard in that Orion. The rest of them are relatively untouched though, other than Shady James and that Marauder.
Ooh, Papa Spud gets back shot.
Oh, that's not good.
It is now a 4v6 in the Black Forge's favor.
These guys, they got to get up now. They got to get up and start shooting. Basically, whichever team can hold this high ground is gonna come out on top of this.
Zafrenchi in his Blackjack Arrow getting half of his weapons taken out. Panzazzo in his Battlemaster goes down. It's a 6v3. We got 2 mechs in the Black Forge at roughly 50%. Kriegslayer in his Thanatos about to go down. Kriegslayer self-destructing. 6v2. 6v1.
Let's see, can he get the final kill before he goes down? Oh, Optic hide.
Will we see a 6-0 sweep? Tune in next week.
1 rack 5 left on that Thanatos.
Oof. There you have it. 6-0 sweep by the Black Forge against Team Optic here on the last match. Last drop.
You know, I think we saw some great examples today of some brawl that it was just very entertaining to watch.
It was very entertaining.
But the main thing I want to point out is that when you need to receive a push that's coming in, a brawl push inevitably will come for you. And when you need to receive that, you need to be backing up to create that distance and give your weapons time to do their work. And, you know, to me, it just makes sense to shoot a leg on the way in so that, you know, you can slow at least one of the mech's advances. And maybe that mech can't turn the corner with the rest of his team, and you get just that little bit less firepower, that little less pressure on you. So when you're receiving, that would be my advice there.
Yep, agreed. Looking at the damage numbers, Black Forge really tightly spread damage-wise. So is Team Optic, honestly. If you're barring the spider that got, you know, backshot and taken out near instantly.
Yeah, I bet that one. I bet you feel that one most painfully.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. I know it all too well. The worst is when you're actually looking at the enemy and you still end up getting backshot. Because that back reg. Ugh.
We saw some really tight play from Black Forge today. They did some really good brawl pushes. The Sky Rangers, Team Optic, they also played well together. Their experience, you could tell that it paid off in their own pushes. It's just a very good game today in Div G.
Yeah, very great games today here in Div G. Anyways, that's all we have for today here at FJRD Live. Thank you so much, Scroggles, for coming out and co-casting this with me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, of course, anytime. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start winding down the stream. I'm gonna say my closing messages. You got anything that you want to say before we end this, Scroggles?
I mean, I can always talk, but I will just say goodnight to everybody and thank you. And I'll see you next time.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and enjoying this match, this Division G match for ISC Season 6. The Black Forge versus Team Optic. Black Forge won 4-1 against Team Optic. Yeah. Great games, both teams. Hope everyone has a wonderful comp season this season. Yeah. Enjoy your evenings. I'm Luscious Balzac. With me was Scroggles. Keep it luscious, folks.